Guess who's rotting in a cell as we speak? Dirtball. They finally brought him down.
Ja, bin da.
Steel to my soul will teach them how to hold their liquor. By the sun, a woman now leads the Hunter's Lodge.
Mal kurz. Bevor ich jetzt in der Hauptstory weitermache, gehen wir erstmal dahin.
What's next? A woman is king?
Weil, nee, Moment. Bevor ich da ist, ja, ich habe ja die letzte Batterie aufgehoben. Aber danach gehe ich dahin. Also die Ladezeiten haben sich... Die Ladezeiten haben sich auf jeden Fall nicht verbessert. Obwohl es auf der superschnellen SSD ist. Und das, ja. Ja, so kann man es natürlich auch sehen.
Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps. There we go, the last one. All powered up. Now to get the dials in position. These numbers... They must be related to segments of a circle.
Hm? Das kapiere ich jetzt nicht. Hm. Ich kann ja nur entweder nach oben, links oder rechts oder unten. Ich verstehe die Zahlen nicht. Wie sagen die Zahlen mir dann aus, wo ich die... Da drüben war es ja wie die Uhrzeit so gesehen. Also halt 12 oben so, ne, 6 unten. Okay. Auch so, warte mal kurz gucken. Ja, zeigt er mir natürlich nicht mal an. Ja gut, da hat es ja gesagt. Use these numbers to indicate time. Ja. 90? Was ist denn 90? In Zeit. Angenommen, das ist auch Zeit. Da, weil da 9 ist, 9 Uhr. Aber warum 9:0? Kapiere ich nicht. Ja, aber ich muss es ja in eine Richtung zeigen lassen. Es spielt keine Rolle, in welche Richtung ich die umstelle oder wie oft. Es zählt nur, in welche Richtung die am Ende zeigen. Also das könnte jetzt zum Beispiel richtig sein. Oder das. Oder das. Oder das. Hm. Ich weiß, man kann sie in verschiedene Richtungen stellen, aber bisher hat das nie eine Rolle gespielt. Oder vielleicht von 0 Uhr an 90 Minuten und 270 Minuten, 360 und so weiter. Also wäre es dann, ja, also 1,5 Stunden. Also, ja, aber das kannst du ja so nicht einstellen. Das kann auch nicht sein. Das geht nicht. Ähm, Was ist, wenn das alles immer am... Sind wir alle 3 Stunden? Ja, aber das ist doch... also das ist total bescheuert. Ich wette, ich habe letztes Mal eine Lösung nachgeschaut, aber ich habe keine Ahnung, wie das ging. Gut. Früher hatten wir noch Zeit. Da konnten wir noch denken. Jetzt haben wir keine Zeit mehr fürs Denken. Das dauert so lange. Äh, Okay, ich habe hier die Lösung, obwohl keine Erklärung ist. The cipher for these are the angles of rotations. Huh? Left. Right. Left.
Did it. Let's have a look at that armor inside. All
Okay,
right.
nicht.
Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Yeah, the cipher for these are the angles of rotations. Das sagt mir überhaupt nichts. So, kriege ich wenigstens eine verbesserte Version davon? Nee, kriege ich nicht. War alles umsonst. So. Das ist das Outfit, was man bekommt. Wäre cooler gewesen, wenn sie den ganzen Anzug genommen hätte. So. Finde ich auch. Gut. Hätten sie aber ruhig fürs zweite Mal finden, ne? Hätten sie ruhig eine verbesserte Version mit einbauen können. Dumme Schweine.
First comes cold, then the snowfall.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism.
The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
Dass der Frau nicht die Finger abfallen, ne?
This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it.
Boah. Na, was ist jetzt?
That's a welcome, I guess.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
Shaman has abandoned us. Chieftain has led our best warriors. Roman for the ritual.
And I will stand with him. Trust Rhea. She returned us. And this here we are.
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Hunters since the war with the Carja. May the songs of the lost echo eternally.
How are we to trust the chieftain after so many died under his command?
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky, and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies. Our prey.
A daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Ourea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Werik up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Ourea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid? Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Ourea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed her.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Ourea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Ourea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Werik chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Ourea came to town with their Werik, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Weriks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Weriks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Weriks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Ourea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin, like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Araya's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
I want to know more about this Daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Araya. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Araya or Thunder's Drum. Might be worth a shot.
When Sakuli's finished, you'll be able to see her painting from anywhere in Song's Edge.
Saw some unpleasant characters moving around near Stonewood. Be careful. I've always wondered what the Torment got involved in the first place.
If we must face stronger machines, we'll have to become better hunters.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
Nah, I'm just standing here. Staring.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
Araya knows about this Daemon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This Daemon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the Daemon. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me. those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. Prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Es wurde zwar nicht erwähnt, aber ich denke mal, es ging hier nicht so sehr darum, dass das...
If I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Maria. And to do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Dass es gar nicht so sehr darum ging, dass das einfach nur 3 normale Krähen waren, sondern dass die überhaupt gekommen sind. Mit dieser Riesentröte da. Und, dass wenn sie dann schon ankommen, dass sie nicht einfach alle killen wollen, sondern stattdessen einfach nur diese Stäbchen da aufgehoben haben und weggeflogen sind. Das fand ich das Merkwürdige daran. Ich denke, da ging es irgendwie darum. So.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, I was, till it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
So Deep Din is a place, and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between. Mostly I'd play for the joy of it. Or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
Müsste leer trinken.
No more music. What's on my
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banu-Kai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banu-Kai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banu-Kai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. "You bid me come," she said. "My people need aid. Will you provide it?" The machines whispered to Banu-Kai. "We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great." Banu-Kai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banu-Kai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banu-Kai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banu-Kai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banu-Kai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banu-Kai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banu-Kai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her Werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky, and for just a moment, before life left her, Banu-Kai knew the truth of the blue light, and she felt peace. We remember Banu-Kai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, who brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
Man hätte es auch kurz fassen können. Quali, quali. Manchata, manchata.
We remember Banu-Kai, when the old ones were fresh in their
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson all our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs. That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are called to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Ban-Ur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
Ich würde sie ja gerne runtertreten. Ui! Ja, genau. Rote Farbe hätte ich schon mal, ne? Treten und beim Aufschlag gibt's rote Farbe. Und würde, ja doch, bei dem Winkel, ja, würde er vom Felsen aufschlagen.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us to the frozen lands. They should exercise some caution.
Stay safe if you can.
Orbit's bandit. Parasites.
Outlander, wait a moment.
Der hat ja einen Hut.
That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Dass der nicht Nackenschmerzen hat.
Outlanders. Carja Outlanders.
Had enough of work. Enough of my family.
Oh, whoops.
My bones are tired.
Sorry, I'm standing on your food.
Can't stop thinking about my sister and Sunfall. Sun willing, she's safe.
What brings you Carja so far from your home?
There's good machine hunting in the cut. Danger, too. Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me well to guide them. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this priest along to read the signs.
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red the night of the...
Not your concern, though, Huntress. May your arrows find their mark.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young Huntress.
I'm not going home. No, don't want to face my father.
Okay.
Berkeley
Keine
said
Gifts.
Rhea's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far.
Sehr merkwürdig.
A Tallneck? What did it take to knock one of those over? They're built to last. Encased in ice. I fell a long time ago. The scavengers have just gotten started. That's the last of the scavengers. Should scan the tall neck. See how deep the damage goes. I wonder if my focus can pick anything up. Looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Peter Wilson said so.
Genau, Kaffeesaale.
Chill almost feels like sunburn. That must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal. Interesting. Maybe I could override it. Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Ourea.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Ourea went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need?
There's but one voice Ourea wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
All right. You want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. with my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the Daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Ourea.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is. Easy, easy. They know I'm here now. Machines. It can be overridden. Seems I can take care of the machines and towers. The Daemon's next.
You claimed its power for yourself somehow. Perhaps Ourea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the Ice Rasps. You'll have to walk the Shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the Shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Ourea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Ourea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Ourea when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Ourea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Araya at the end of it?
No. She goes further up. Somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her... I have faith she will hear the voice again.
Alright, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path. Part seems intact. Tallnecks are built tough. Fascinating. One of the Tallnecks parts. It's heavy. through the trees. This tonic part's still in one piece. Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was. Okay, right. Just need to get the power flowing through again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching. That should wake you up. Easy. Right, it's never easy. I think I can leap onto the tall neck from here.
Warum eigentlich nie Schnee auf ihren Haaren liegen bleibt. Die frosten noch nicht mal an. Wo ist er denn jetzt? Jetzt ist er weg. Ah, da ist er.
Okay, time to climb up to its head. Sorry to spoil your fun. This must be the ruin Laolai was talking about. Moved in. Flooded too, like she said. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough. freezing. The ground, the air, me.
Ob die Feuchtigkeit in einem Furz auch frieren könnte? Also, ne, so kristallisiert wird? Und da ist ja bestimmt auch Luftfeuchtigkeit drin, oder? Oder nicht? Und wenn es kalt genug ist? Habe ich mich so auch noch nie gefragt.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above.
Warten. Ja, ich wette, das kannst du nicht beantworten. So rein wissenschaftlich gesehen. Also ich denke mir, wenn, dann wäre das nur möglich, wenn es so kalt wäre, da würdest du sowieso nicht mehr furzen, dann bist du eingefroren. Aber wenn man so einen Furz nehmen würde, also wenn man den halt nimmt, aufbewahrt, dass da halt noch Luftfeuchtigkeit vorhanden ist, also in dem Furz. Und wenn du das dann in so, weiß nicht, minus 500 Grad oder so packen würdest, würde die Luftfeuchtigkeit darin dann schnell einfrieren, also so schockfrieren. Ja, ich denke mir, wenn es kalt genug ist und du anfängst dahin zu pissen, würde die Pisse auch sofort einfrieren. Ne? Aber was ist denn mit Luftfeuchtigkeit in einem Furz? Könnte das theoretisch schockfrieren? Also sein Furz sich sofort kristallisiert? Ob das schon mal einer gegoogelt hat? Wo muss ich denn hier hin? Follow the river upstream. Okay.
That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something in it.
Da könnte man sich ja überhaupt generell wundern. Jetzt nicht nur in einem Furz, sondern überhaupt in der Luft. Die Luftfeuchtigkeit. Wenn es kalt genug wäre, wäre dann nicht irgendwann gar keine Luftfeuchtigkeit mehr vorhanden? Kann Luftfeuchtigkeit überhaupt einfrieren?
Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the dip? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing? And there's our troublemaker. Doesn't seem to be as good at getting out as he is at getting in. Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen? I should be able to shut this place down from here. Someone made a mess of this. If I had the right parts, I'll bet I could get it working again. Another holographic interface. Must be some kind of code. A piece is missing. Not getting in here without it.
Alright, so okay, like how do we want to start this farewell thing? We might be the last Satchel people to ever see this place. Yeah.
Roof waters. No way I'd be able to swim. That Oseram must have forced his way through here. Are you alright?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed.
The forge gone cold.
But nope. Nope. Not old Gildan.
You're... welcome? Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to flood. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. When the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
In ein Glas gefurzt und zugeschraubt.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones. But one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mom brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself, and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long, Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
Naja. Aber wie soll man denn einen luftdichten Container furzen, ohne dass er entweicht? Und warum unterhalten wir uns überhaupt darüber? Und warum googeln Leute sowas? Und warum fragen sich Menschen sowas?
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Golden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl! 2 sets of hands! Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better. Up ahead, girl. See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors?
Oh, schaut drauf. Der merkt nicht mal, dass er mit sich selbst redet.
Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin!
On it.
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. I want to lock this thing in place.
One gate down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate! A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further. I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. How are we gonna get up there?
Looks like I could jump across on that. Very rusty weapon.
Thanks, I think.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Caught sellouts and runaway cowards! We see cut it! I forgot the words. Shells, we started off so strong and then it all just imploded. Well, that's sort of my MO. No heavy stuff. Switching gears. Band-Aid! We need one.
Moment. Nur ein Bild von machen. Ich denke mal, das beantwortet es dann.
Oh, you're close, girl. Just spring across the gap. Huh? You're right above me. Just send that ladder on down.
Look out below.
Now, we've done this once before. Could be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side.
Let's set up the same way on this side. I should look for an access
Und der quasselt einfach weiter.
Uh-huh, Gilden. Okay, Gilden, turn the valve.
It's not working! Damn thing's too heavy. Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken?
Looks like part of the counter broke off. I can get up there. My weight might be enough to get it moving again.
Hang on, okay? I've got a plan.
Can't jump straight to the counter from here. And I could climb higher, but I won't.
Going down. Got it. We're good to go.
You were a sight to see. Pounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a little water, but low enough, wouldn't you say? Now then, where's that ring?
Good question.
Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snapmaw! It's a snapmaw! Very, very big snapmaw!
I see it, Gildan.
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way.
Dead? Tell me when it's dead, would you?
It's dead.
Marvelous. So, the ring. Maybe if you pry its jaws open and reach inside, I can't look.
Those drainage pipes lead into another room. Wonder what's in there.
You were right. This thing did swallow the ring.
That's the old Gildan intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, it's chosen routes to be a bit circuitous. Never mind. To the storage room. To the spoils. Oh, what's in here? More old world treasures, perhaps? This place is full of surprises. Should we have a look?
Didn't you want to get into the storage room?
I do, fervently. But, well, I got time to poke my nose in if you didn't.
Okay, Shells. Shells, we're not focusing on that right now. We're recording, okay? We're not even in the band meeting. Sort of dance practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Stickers! You're not a real band until someone vandalizes government property with your sticker.
Colleagues, I have been asked to remind you that conversations determined to be irrelevant to servitor training are discouraged.
What were you saying about vandalizing government property?
Genau. Aber das wirft auch wieder Fragen auf. Ist da denn hohl drinne? Weil es ist ja nicht nur Wasser.
We drained enough water for what we need to do, but I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam. Pipes, valves. Maybe I can drain the rest of the water from here. Sure are a lot of elves. I should check my focus first. Can my focus show me anything? Alright, time to get the flow going to the right place.
I say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry, I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes.
That's not quite right.
You got a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse. Not I. No, indeed. Not old Gildan.
Something's not right.
This job demands a certain degree of patience. I'm afraid I inherited my mother's restlessness.
The water's flowing, just where it needs to. Looks like I'm on the right track.
Been at this a while, girl. No room to judge, mind. I once spent half a day flummoxed by a Karja puzzle box.
There, that should do it. I should head back. See if that's okay.
Started working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
The door's open. Guess it had sealed because of the flooding. This must go down to the lower level. Ugh, it stinks down here.
Smell that? Smells like a forge-side morning in the claim.
Looks like that's everything. I should head back up with Gildan.
See? Check this out! We could just bang on this pipe, you know? Could we sample that, or...? Totally! Like, what about after the... Oh, sorry. Just a sec. Laura? Laura? Hey!
So, as we circle back around to the matter of the supply room...
Na, wahrscheinlich.
I can't wait!
Wie schleimig das doch alles sein muss. Dass die da überhaupt so einfach rumlaufen können. Boah.
Soon I'll hold the looking glass in my hand. Just like Mom and I used to.
Ich würde eher nur abreiern.
The lock positions. Helpful.
What? What are you doing with your hands there, girl? I can't believe that worked. I thought you'd lost your mind, tickling the empty air like that. Where is it?
I mean...
Where did it go?
This is it. We get to play together, what, maybe 2 more times? Nah, shells. Farewell tour! Reunion tour in like 6 months. They had still no time. For our adoring fan, it's not that hard to stay in touch, Shelley.
I saw one in here.
Practice in holospace. People always say that.
Okay, let's fix the panel and shut this place down.
One doesn't imagine such things. Not 2 shows in a row.
Gilden? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure. Right there in the window. I would... Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gilden. It must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, well. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great Blazing Forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make. Oh, that's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the Forge! You are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard a guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gildan.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? Whew, you're braver than me. But there was no question of that. You go on ahead. I'm gonna stand right here and bask in our victory for a while longer.
Water's lower. And going by that sound, I think Laolai's already at the den. Kidding about the sound.
Ja, okay. Schnauze.
look happy to be playing again.
I don't know what you did, but the water drained in the snap of a short song. What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
That's because there's no other place with such resonance, such intonation that rattles your ribs with its power. And of course, no one else knows these pipes like I do. I learned them by ear before I could walk, strapped to my father's back. Thank you for draining the waters. Not just for myself, but for my ancestors and their songs. Please, take this as a token of our gratitude.
Gut, so viel dazu. Boah, Alter. Was nennen die Musik? Ey, es geht voll auf die Ohren. Gut, und dann gehe ich abspeichern. Und dann machen wir Schluss für heute, oder? So, wann geht's weiter? Gut, dann bis Freitag. Ich mache da mal vorher aus, bevor das Hauptmenü anfängt. Bis dann.